I've seen the miracle knot trend and I am not interested. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me, okay? Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sha. I'm back. I know I do this too often, but we're just gonna get right into it. Today's video is going to be all about these crocheted boho knotless braids, which I have done before and I absolutely love them. I have not done them since the miracle knots craze though, and I have a lot of thoughts about that style. As I'm watching these videos, love that the girlies are trying to be creative, thinking about different ways to save time, to help the girlies who can't feed in, but we have to think about health and safety. I know my hair is not the healthiest because I always want to try something new. However, I really do think that when you're thinking about a trend, you need to think about the healthiest version of that trend for you. For you. If you have super thick hair, healthy hair, and you've done the miracle knots before and you don't think that you've seen any damage, by all means, do your thing. It's not my head. However, I do think that over time, if you continue to do that style, tying a threaded knot in the middle of your braid. For those of you who do not know, for miracle knots, you're plaiting your natural hair. You're not adding any hair yet. Then you go in with a crocheted hook and you are crocheting. Let me show you what hair you're crocheting. 1 second. This knot onto your braid. So just imagine this knot is like, it's real thread. When you tie a piece of thread, honestly, the knot is going to do whatever it wants to do. Imagine the knot hanging, you know, you're wearing it for 4, 6, 8 weeks. It can either get tighter over time. It can potentially get looser over time. And if it gets looser, you're in luck. If it gets tighter, I'm sorry. You're going to have to snip it out. You're going to have to snip it out. And some of y'all are, not y'all, some people are tying the knot so closely to their root. So if your hair is long, and the knot gets knotted all the way up here, guess what? You're gonna have to snip that out. And maybe I'm just always thinking about extremes, and that might not be the case for some. That might not be the case at all. But for some reason, that is what is going on in my mind, and I just can't unsee it. So as I said, miracle knots couldn't be me, but we all get to make choices in life, and that is a choice for me. Do whatever you wanna do, couldn't be me. I do think that there are a lot of other ways to get a similar look if you're trying to save time and use boho hair that isn't messy and doesn't take you hours and hours and hours to complete. So I said all I had to say about miracle knots. That's just my preference. But if you want to see how I achieved a similar look without the breakage, because I've removed this before and I had no breakage, keep watching. Let's hop into the tutorial. So I really think the tutorial is self-explanatory, but I'm just gonna break some parts of it down. So I'm using, I want to show you guys how attached my kitten is to me. Say hello. You have to be in here. Usually I have a little toy for her to play with and it's set up, but I think she's just over it. So I wanted y'all to meet my cat, but that's another story for another day. I'm using 4.5 packs of Ywigs deep wave hair in 22 inches. And I've used other crochet hair before. There she goes. I've used other crochet hair before, but I really love the texture of this hair. I love how it's curly enough, but not overly curly, because one thing with boho hair, when it's too curly for me, I get overstimulated. I can't do too much hair on my head. I initially did these braids a little bit smaller and I had to redo the ones in the back because they were just way too small. The hair does get more voluminous as the days go on, so just be mindful of that as you are making your parts. So these I would call more of a medium. I've done them bigger before and they still looked good, but you might just have to use like 3 to 4 pieces instead of 2 to 3 pieces. So some of them I used 2 pieces just depending on the length and the density, and then some I used 3, but each time I braided down a couple of times and then pulled out a piece that I wanted to hang just to give it that boho effect, and then I tie the end with past my natural hair. So we're not tying a knot over your natural hair. I tie the knot at the end with the the actual human hair, not the threaded piece. Tying a thread is completely different from tying actual human hair. Now, you can just watch the rest of the tutorial, but I wanted to talk to y'all about certain changes I'm noticing in my body and in my hair. So as I've gotten older, my gut is just telling me different things that I can and cannot eat, which is fine. But my scalp is also telling me certain styles that I can no longer do. Heavy styles, super tight styles, styles with synthetic hair just don't work for my scalp anymore. It gets super inflamed and itchy, and I just can't do it. And I noticed that I had some hair thinning, so I've been seeing a dermatologist, and she said that I have CCCA, which I'm going to save for an entire other video. If you don't know what that is, please look it up right now, but I will be back to talk about it. And I have seborrheic dermatitis, which y'all already know. So I've been on medication, which is like a topical treatment for my scalp, which has been helping tremendously. So I want to like really sit down and break it down to y'all, but some simple changes I'm making are changing the hairstyles that I'm doing. All right, fully done. I'm going to now try to put some layers in it, but let me go and detangle it fully first and moisturize it a little bit. By simply changing to human hair braids, you alleviate a lot of factors, especially as someone who has a sensitive scalp. I can no longer use synthetic Kinkalon hair or Marley twist hair, the Afro kinky twist. Like I can't do it. I've tried and my scalp turns red even if I wash it before. So I've just, come to terms with it. It was really hard, but now human hair, I don't have my scalp doesn't react at all. It's lightweight. I do wash the hair beforehand, but I mainly just condition it. I don't even shampoo it. And I can keep these in for 6 to 7 weeks. I don't keep my hair in that long, but I really have been super mindful of the styles that I'm choosing, and it has made a huge difference. I've been doing my own protective styles consistently because I've always known how to do hair, but I would still, like, if I was lazy, go get braids at the African braiding shop or something like that, and I just know I can no longer do that. So yeah, this is the final look. I'm in love with it. I cannot wait to jump back into my hair education content with y'all. So see you soon. So that's it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments though. What do you think about this miracle knots trend? Do you agree with me? Disagree? Let me know. Hope to see y'all soon. Bye.